Hi there, my name is Kristin and welcome to my family's little house on the northeast coast of Canada. Our house isn't your typical tiny house. It's quite a lot bigger than what a tiny house would be. But by North American standards, it's definitely on the small side. So I call it a little house. It's not portable. We call it our little barn house. It's about 800 square feet or so. And we live here as a family of 4 right now, but we're soon going to be a family of 5. We've got a baby on the way. Soon going to start feeling a little smaller than it actually is. So we didn't buy this house. We actually designed it ourselves and had it built. And even though it's small, we designed it in a way to work very specifically for our lifestyle and how we live and the way we use our space, and it works really, really well. So this is our little corner kitchen. We really love it. It has all the space we need. We don't have a pantry, but we find creative storage solutions to fit everything we need in this kitchen, and it works incredibly well for us. I really love how open it is, how open the whole main floor is really. When you walk into the house, most people who come in for the first time say, it looks so much bigger in here than I thought it was gonna look. And that's mainly down to keeping the whole space as open as possible. We actually only have 2 real walls in the entire house, so that really helps to not make it feel cramped and to keep the space open. And that's what I love about the whole first floor living area. The kitchen, the eating area, the living area, it's all just one big open space, and it's easy to move around in, and it's easy to cook in, and it's easy to be a family in and stay connected in. So as you can see here, you basically walk from the front door straight into the little kitchen, and we don't actually have a separate dining area. We just have one small table right in the middle of the kitchen for eating around, and that's really all we need. And the table actually doubles as cooking space if you need extra space for meal prep. And of course it also serves as everything else we need. It's where our kids do their homework. It's where we work on crafts and projects. It's where we sit down and do anything you would typically do in a home office or any other space like that. So it definitely serves a lot of purpose, our little kitchen table. And then when you're standing in the kitchen space, you turn right around and you have our small little living area. It just has room for the one sofa and one little chair, and that's about it. We keep it from feeling cramped by not having any side tables or coffee tables or anything like that, so it still feels very open even though it's really small, but it's really cozy and it's everything that we need, and we really love it. And then of course if you're sitting on the sofa, you have a view of the other wall of our living area, which just has our wood stove and our television on the wall, and the place where we store our wood right here. Now the house is small enough and open enough that we're able to heat the entire place with just our wood stove in the winter. In the winter it gets cold enough up here that we light the wood stove, and it stays lit for a good 6 months of the year through the winter. And that one stove heats the entire place because everything is so open that the heat just travels around really well. And for the other 6 months of the year we just have one electric heat pump. And again, we just have the one heat pump unit, and that one unit heats and cools the entire house through the other 6 months of the year, which is really great and keeps our utility and energy costs really low. Directly off of the living area, you have our really small master bedroom. It just has room for our queen size bed that we built ourselves, and 2 little nightstands, and then down here at the bottom we have our closet. So we share the closet. It has We have a dresser each, a hanging side each. There's lots of storage up top there on that shelf, which is wonderful. And right in the middle here is where we're keeping all the things for our new baby. So this new baby is going to share our master bedroom as the nursery for the first probably couple of years for sure. So that's going to be interesting, but we're going to make it work. We've got some ideas to make that work. We also keep bins under the bed for extra storage as well. Also, right off the living area is our one bathroom. It's just your basic bathroom, but it has everything we need. We don't have a linen closet, so we keep all of our towels on this one shelf here above the toilet. We also don't keep extra bedding or anything like that because there would be no place to store it. So we just have the one set of bedding for each bed, so when we wash it, we just take it out and put it right back on the bed, so we don't really need a linen closet. So even though our house is more of a small house than a tiny house for sure, we do have something that makes it a little bit unique, and that is our 2 extra bedrooms for our 2 kids. Instead of building second floor upstairs, in order to save space and really keep the house as small and compact as possible, we have 2 lofts for bedrooms for them instead of a staircase and a full second story. And so 2 sleeping lofts are definitely components of tiny house living, just on a grander scale in our place. And in order to get to the lofts, we have these 2 loft ladders, and my daughter's is actually on wheels so that when she's at school we can kind of store it out of the way here on the side of the sofa, and when she's home and she needs to use it, we just pull it out like this and pop it out like that, and she's got easy access to her bedroom. My son's doesn't have wheels because his can pop right up against the wall between the bedroom and the bathroom, but this is how they get to their bedrooms. It's definitely a little unconventional, especially when you're not in an actual tiny house and you're just in a small house. And there were a few moments when we started having the house built that I kind of thought to myself, oh my gosh, are we really gonna make our kids climb ladders to get to their bedrooms every day? What are we thinking? But we've been in the house now for about 2.5 years and it hasn't been an issue at all. They don't mind climbing the ladders to their bedroom. All of their friends think they have the coolest bedrooms in the world and they love coming over. There's actually lots of space in the bedroom. Their bedrooms are actually quite large compared to the rest of the house. So I'm in my daughter's loft bedroom right now, and as you can see, she and my son have identical loft bedrooms, but they only have 3 walls each, but their curtains pull all the way across and offers plenty of privacy. And both my kids are pretty solid sleepers, so noise hasn't been an issue either. This is what it looks like from up here where I am in my daughter's room. And yeah, definitely not your typical children's bedrooms for sure. But they love them and we make it work, and yeah. Now they don't have closets. There was really nowhere that made sense to build closets in their bedrooms, but we make it work by just having all their hanging clothes on these portable garment racks, and then they each have plenty of space and a dresser. We really like to use the space under beds to store things. Keeps them out of the way, but offers lots of places to put things. So we all have bins under our beds to store, well, toys for the kids and everything else we need for us. Even though this house is small, there's really zero wasted space. We made sure to design it in a way that used every corner and every space as best we could. Like there's no corner that isn't used. There's no hallway taking up square footage that isn't used. Everything is open and every square foot and every square inch is used to maximum capacity. We even purposely put these windows on either side of the stove so that instead of lugging in our wood from outside, which would have to track it through the rest of the house and make a pretty big mess, we just pass the wood in through that window there, and it drops right into the wood box, and that makes it super simple to fill it up without making a huge mess or a whole lot of work. The main reason we decided to go with a much smaller sized home than you would normally come across if you were building a new home for sure, it was mostly for financial reasons. The cost of living up here where we are is really high, and we couldn't build the house ourselves. We had to have it contracted out, and we just wanted to keep the cost as low as possible because that made most sense for our family. But we also enjoy living in a small space. We've only really ever lived in small spaces, and we don't like a lot of clutter or a lot of things, and so it's just easy for us to live in a small space. It always has been. It really feels like we kind of live in a cabin every day. That's it for our little house tour. We hope you enjoyed having a little look around. Like I said, it's not your typical tiny home, but it's a bit of a unique little home that we really love and we really enjoy, and we really have a great time living in. Do you like our house? Yeah. And yeah, thanks for stopping by and letting us show you around. And if you want to see more about our plans for having 3 kids in this little house, then right?
Yeah.
Because who's coming?
Baby Jack.
Baby Jack. If you want to follow along with how we're gonna fit one more baby in this house, then be sure to follow our accounts, our blog and our YouTube, because we'll be keeping those updated for sure. So yeah, you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for letting us show you around. Bye.
Bye.